Hey there, YouTube. Here's this 2008 Lexus IS 250 with 84,000 miles. I believe this is the first tour that I'll do of an IS. A Lexus IS, I mean. Again, IS 250, so this is the most basic model, the smallest engine. See this side as well. The dual exhaust. And the interior. All black leather. It's perforated inserts. You can see right through the middle. Ooh, this seat was just in a terrible position. Ooh, that was an ugly click this backrest just made. Well, this uses push button start. You can see the smart key, the key fob thrown right on the passenger seat. So let's just push on. Saw the gauge sweep. This is a rather small car, and it's rear-wheel drive, which is something I do like. This is like the only Lexus that I have a liking for. So let's talk about comfort. The seats, I would have wished for more thigh support, but I think it's likely because these seats are rather low to the floor. But it's not too bad. They're not that hard. And the backrest is nicely bolstered on the sides. You're hugged right into the seat, so yeah, the seats are tolerable, aside from me needing a little bit more thigh support. The seat can adjust way back, so it's not an issue for tall drivers. Just that leg room can be a little bit of an issue, because since this is a rear-wheel drive car, the transmission hump and drive shaft channel is right in the way. So yeah, not a whole lot of foot room. So let's talk about interior quality. The entire dashboard is all padded, very cushiony, very rubbery. The entire thing, I don't know, it seems to warp a little bit. No, it's just this bezel's just a little screwy. Yeah. I think it's this plastic that's a little bit warped. You can see it's loose. But it lifts somewhat over here, and you can see that it's a little bit chipped. I don't know, let me focus in if it's possible. Yeah, there we go. Dashboard is a little bit chipped here. As you run along, it seems to warp. Yay. You can see how this huge gap over here. And please excuse my voice, it can get a little bit hoarse as I go along. I'm going through the middle of a cold right now. Hopefully I won't sound like James Earl Jones by the end of this video. Dashboard. It's average size, and you do have access to the cabin air filter. Owner's manual, all in there. And you can use this as a cup holder, but it's quite pointless really. Even the lid is nicely padded. Shuts nice and tight over here. Starts to open up as you run down along. Airbags here for the knees. Toyota's been doing that for quite a while. But yeah, the lid over here also begins to open right up over here. So fit and finish isn't too nice there. So going right back up, you have your climate control. Let me focus in again. It is dual zone. You can see passenger and driver adjustments. Radio. Clock. Hazards. Yee! In-dash, 6-disc. Does have satellite radio and aux jack. I'll show you where that is in a moment. Volume adjustment is right there. And the ashtray. You can see the real wood accents. It seems like real wood, because it just gleams right at you. It doesn't look printed. Heated and cooled seats. I love that feature. It is just awesome down here in the south. It is the best thing you can have, the ass chiller. So here is a 6-speed auto with manual shift mode. Shifter knob comes right off though. You can put this in a Yaris if you wish. Make it classy in some form. Push here, and you have a cup holder. And this doesn't seem to clamp off either, so that's in nicely. Sides of the center console nicely padded. Yeah, this comes right off. There we go. It's not a big deal though. armrest slides back and forth, and you can tilt it back if you wish. To get it out of the way, you can see how it's slanted back. You have your power outlet and aux, and it does have some room in there. You can have an LED light in there. It's not too bad. You can see the exposed stitching, nicely padded too. Steering wheel, it is leather wrapped and it's nicely thick. Volume controls for the radio, cruise control, paddle shifters, intermittent speed wipers, stability control, ECT, this is the power mode, helps delay shifts a little bit, works great when you're in a hilly area. And snow mode, help reduce wheel spin, I assume. Kind of like the feature in the Volvo, I assume. Not too sure into Lexus. And vehicle information right here. Panel dim, you can see. Steering wheel tilts and telescopes, but it is not damped, it just slams right back down. You would have expected to be damped in a Lexus. Just this latch right there. Little coin holder. Just latch the trunk, fuel filler. Going on to the A-pillar, it is very tight over here. No gaps whatsoever. Same thing on the passenger side, on the A-pillar, B-pillar, and to the back, the C-pillar. Everything is quite good. Oh shit handles on all 4 doors, and it's a rather strange oh shit handle. But it works, and it's damped. Headliner, nicely plush. Sun visor as well, with its mirror and vanity lights. Same deal on the passenger side, mirror and vanity lights. Holder for the sunglasses, I don't know what's in there. Nothing it seems. This opens the sunroof. They stole that idea from Volkswagen. Volkswagen was the one that does these turn dial switches here for the sunroof. Interior lighting, they're LEDs. They're white, I love that. And interior lighting. I like how they gently come on. Rearview mirror with its compass. It also dims, you can see the little sensor. And a universal garage door opener. Holy hell, I love how this is just chilling my ass. This is just wonderful. It's a hot day today. Anyways, here's the door panel, nicely padded on top. The sides as well with this vinyl, exposed stitching. I always hate this touch here, this trim piece. It's this painted gray plastic here. Paint finish to this stuff always wears off. Power windows. Both front windows go up and down automatically. And the back as well. Power door locks, window lock, power mirrors. Here's the door pocket, everything, soft touch. So yeah, that door panel's quite good. Well, the hood's already open. Adjust the seats here. Thigh support, backrest, and lumbar support. And legroom in the back seat isn't too great. The seat is high off the ground, and it is very cushiony. AC vents down in the center, and you have a little ashtray. Ugh. Armrests, little storage area. Lid is a little bit twisty. And sorry for the glare, you can see where the sun is coming. Cup holder pops out, as you can see. And you have trunk access right there, but I'm trying to open it. See the lighting fixture up above, and it also has LEDs, the coat hook. The seats do not fold down though. You can see the seat pockets right there. And materials follow through into the back seat when it comes to the door panel. Nothing changes. Same padded armrest here, exposed stitching. This car has 18-inch wheels, obviously rear disc brakes. And the trunk is a bit narrow once you go in, but it's just adequate, nothing class leading at all. I like how the hinges are hidden, they're not exposed like some cars. Has its spare, you can see its tools. So yeah, that's the trunk. It's not that big of a deal. Has this little lip here on the trunk. You can see it has HIDs and its fogs down below. HID! Oh, this engine sounds like a diesel. Sounds ugly. But yeah, the entire thing is covered up. You can't really see anything. It's a 2.5 liter. Pretty much is a downsized engine of what Toyota does already. Like the 4 liter in the 4Runner, the 3.5 liter in their other cars. This is just the smallest variant. Hood sounded solid though. So let's rev old Clacky. Doesn't sound too bad once you accelerate it though. I like how that little ring shows up once you hit near red line. So YouTube, that's the 2008 Lexus IS 250.